On the outside of row number 1, Justin Wildflower from Fulda. Row number 2 with Katie Kroc to the inside, Eric Gall on the outside, Brandon Jurens and Andy Wasorek make up row number 3. Your fourth and final row to the inside, the 50M of Marnie DeBoer and the 38 of Devin Van Veldhuizen. Seamus McGraphics of Sanborn bringing you the USRA Hobby Stocks or Green Flag Racing, night number 1 of the Rapid Nationals. And right out the gate, we've got Katie Kroc going off the top side of turn 2. Eric Gall rocketing to the lead. Also the number 9 machine of Andy Wasorek going off the track. Wasorek back on. Kroc working her way back on. And Eric Gall rocketing to the front in that 22E machine. Gall will take over the early race lead. Dubach running in that second position. Brandon Jurens and Devin Van Veldhuizen from the back making his way up to fourth. USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Seamus McGraphics of Sanborn. Heat race number 1 of 4 on the track. Brandon Jurens looking for that second spot. He'll lock on the binders there as he gets to the inside of Dubach. Dubach holding on to the second position. Jurens in third. Van Veldhuizen your top 4 currently on the field. You got the 70W of Justin Wildflower of Fulda. 50M of Marnie DeBoer. And you got the 9 of Andy Wasorek. Eric Gall, your race leader in the 22E machine. Eric Gall starting from that outside row 2 starting position here in heat race number 1. First of 4 heat races for the USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Seamus McGraphics of Sanborn post-metal recycling night here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. Eric Gall, your race leader. Eric Gall, Chad Dubach, Brandon Jurens, Devin Van Veldhuizen, your top 4. Then you've got Justin Wildefer of Fulda slowing at the top side of turn 2. Problems with that 7W machine. And Andy Wasorek and Marnie DeBoer will make a pass to the inside of the 7W4 position. Eric Gall, your race leader in the 22E machine. Katie Kroc off the pace in the red and white 15. She went off the track early on the first lap of this one. Eric Gall, your race leader in the 22E with 2 to go. Heat race number 1 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks tonight, presented by Seamus McGraphics of Sanborn. Eric Gall, Chad Dubach, Brandon Jurens, Devin Van Veldhuizen, Andy Wasorek, Marnie DeBoer, Justin Wildefer, and Katie Kroc. Katie Kroc, the red and white 15, right behind her, the race leader in the gold and white 22E. That is Eric Gall to the white flag. Eric Gall, your race leader to the inside of Katie Kroc. That is not a battle for position. Katie Kroc off the pace as Eric Gall eases his way into turn number 3, coming to the checkers this time by heat race number 1 to the 22E of Eric Gall. Eric Gall taking home heat race number 1. Chad Dubach running in that second spot. Brandon Jurens and Devin Van Veldhuizen topping out the top 4. Heat race number 1 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Seamus McGraphics of Sanborn. On the outside of row number 1 from Rock Rapids in the 81 CJ, it's Travis Bandentop. Rick Vanderwide, Travis Dan make up row number 2. Terry Larson and Tyler Lurson on row 3. Jordan Ollers, Dylan Sproke round out your field. Heat race number 2 of 4. Seamus McGraphics USRA Hobby Stocks going green. Dustin Gulbranson from the pole off to the early race lead. Rick Vanderwide into that second spot. Travis Vandetop problems with that 81 CJ as a host of cars will make their way to the inside of Vandetop, slowing on the top side of turns 3 and 4. Lurson to the third position. Travis Dan will round out the top 4 on lap number 1. Heat race number 2 of 4. Seamus McGraphics USRA Hobby Stocks. Travis Vandetop going to have to pull that 81 CJ in. Dustin Gulbranson, your race leader. Rick Vanderwide running in that second spot. Terry Lurson and Travis Dan, your top 4. Presently on the outside looking in, you've got Terry Larson As a black flag comes out. Terry Larson followed by the 23 of Jordan Allers. Dylan Sproke off the pace at the back of the pack as the caution will fly. Caution comes out. First caution of the night for the USRA Hobby Stocks.
Debris here on the front straightaway, Jay, the cause of the caution. We'll see a safety crew member or a track official come out and take care of that.
No, we've lost Larson. We have Larson yet. Starting side by side on this heat race just to throw a wrench at us. Dustin Gulbranson, your race leader. As we go back, green flag racing, USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebasma Graphics. Dustin Gulbranson, the race leader. Rick Vanderweide in that second spot. Terry Larson running in third. And Jordan Allers, your top four. Dylan Sproke at the back of the pack in the black, red, and white, number 99 machine. Dustin Gulbranson with the race lead in the sixth. Gulbranson, Vanderweide, Larson, and Allers, your top four, with Sproke. Your five survivors so far here in heat race number 2 of 4, post-medal recycling night at the Rapid Speedway. Night number 1 of the 2021 Rapid Nationals here at the Rapid Speedway. Dustin Gulbranson, your race leader. Dustin Gulbranson, Rick Vanderweide, Terry Larson, and Jordan Allers, your top four on the field. Dylan Sproke at the back of the pack in that number 99 Sportsman machine, rolling with the Hobby Stocks tonight. Dustin Gulbranson continues to lead, started up front on the pole. He's led the whole way here in heat race number 2 of 4. 4 heats for the USRA Hobby Stocks here tonight. 30 Hobby Stocks checked in through the back gate. A couple of Hobby Stock B features coming your way before intermission time here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. 3 classes on hand, 72 cars over the 3 classes, 2 to go. And Dustin Gulbranson, your race leader for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Dustin Gulbranson with the race lead. Rick Vanderweide in second spot. Terry Larson running in third. Jordan Allers in that 4th position. And Dylan Sproke rounding out the field as a white flag comes out for Dustin Gulbranson. Gulbranson, your race leader. Gulbranson and Vanderweide running 1 and 2. Larson and Allers 3 and 4. And Dylan Sproke off the pace in that number 99 Sportsman machine, looking to get a top 5. Checkers fly this time by the number 6 machine of Dustin Gulbranson. No, it's going to be Rick Vanderweide at the stick, I believe. And Rick Vanderweide takes it tonight in the number 93 machine. Problem with that number 6 of Dustin Gulbranson. Gulbranson able to limp in with the second spot finish. Terry Larson and Jordan Allers rounding out your top 4. Heat race number 2 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebasma Graphics of Sanborn. Drivers given the sign will be going green next time by. Heat race number 3 lining up on the pole. The number 43 machine of Doug Brinkhouse, Tyler Schlumbum, and the X on the outside of row 1. Chad Koiker and Landon Crone making up row number 2. In row 3, Blake Schneekloth and Caden Wessels. And at the back of the pack, you've got Cody Wengeren. Green flag in the air. We are racing heat race number 3 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebasma Graphics. Brinkhouse and Schlumbum side by side for the race lead yet. The X will take the slight advantage as they make their way down the backstretch, and the X of Tyler Schlumbum to the early race lead. Schlumbum, Brinkhouse, Crone, and Koiker, your top 4 as we come down to complete lap number 1, race number 3 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebasma Graphics of Sanborn. Tyler Schlumbum of the X, Doug Brinkhouse in the 43, the 18K of Landon Crone, the 88 of Chad Koiker. Right behind Koiker, you've got Caden Wessels in the number 69 machine. And we've got Blake Schneekloth and Cody Wengeren of Hayward at the back of the pack in that sharp-looking number 7 Mopar machine. Tyler Schlumbum, your race leader. The X, Doug Brinkhouse running in that second spot. Landon Crone, Chad Koiker, your top four. On the outside, looking in presently, the 69 of Caden Wessels. Wessels looking to harass Koiker for that fourth position as Schneekloth into the clutches at the back of the pack of Cody Wangerin in that number 7. Wangerin will make the pass at the back of the pack. The X of Tyler Schlumbum, your race leader. Schlumbum, Brinkhouse, now Chad Koiker into that third spot. Caden Wessels into fourth as the 18K of Landon Crone with an issue down the front stretch. The 18K of Landon Crone slows, and a tough break for Landon Crone. The Rowena Rocket fading back to fifth and doesn't appear to be under power anytime soon. Tough break for Landon Crone as Tyler Schlumbum continues to lead. Crone will retire from the heat race. Schlumbum, Brinkhouse, Koiker, and Wessels, your top four. Heat race number 3 of 4, Sebas McGraphics of Sanborn, bringing you the USRA Hobby Stocks each and every Friday night here at the Rapid Speedway post-metal recycling night. Night number 1 of the Rapid Nationals. Tyler Schlumbum, your race leader. Doug Brinkhouse, Chad Koiker, Caden Wessels, your top four. And you've got the 7 machine of Cody Wangerin. And the 10 of Blake Schneekloth. White flag is in the air for the X of Tyler Schlumbum. Schlumbum and Brinkhouse running 1 and 2. Koiker and Wessels 3 and 4. Wangerin and Schneekloth rounding out the field. Third of 4 heat races for the USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebas McGraphics. The X of Tyler Schlumbum, your heat race winner. Fourth and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks taken to the track. And heat race number 4 will line up on the pole in the number 8. It is Levi Vanderweide. Outside of row number 1 in the 88G, Gavin Gilbertson. Row number 2 with Nate Rigneris in the number 32, Dylan Vanentop, the 81 VT. And your third and final row, you've got Dustin Schultz, Tracy Aluska at the back of the pack. Green flag in the air. James Adams in the 3J on the outside of Schultz on the start. Levi Vanderweide on the pole, slows in turn number 2. Rest of the field checks up. They're taking them 3 wide down the backstretch here on lap number 1, heat race number 4. Fourth and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks tonight. Levi Vanderweide, your race leader. Vanderweide with the race lead. Dylan Vanentop running in that second spot. And you've got Gilbertson and Adams, your top 4. Dustin Schultz running in the 5th position. Haluska and Regneris round out the field. Fourth and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas McGraphics of Sanborn. Levi Vanderweide, your race leader. Levi Vanderweide with the race lead in the number 8 machine. Dylan Vanentop in that second spot in the 81 VT. James Adams working on Gilbertson for that third position. Gilbertson in the 88G running in third. Adams to the inside in the 3J. They're side by side for third spot. On the outside looking in, right behind them, here comes the 86 of Tracy Aluska. Tracy Aluska presently in that 5th spot on the outside looking in, looking to get into that top 4, get into tonight's A feature for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Levi Vanderweide, your race leader in the number 8 machine. Adams and Gilbertson still side by side racing for that third position as Aluska gets himself into the mix. The 86 wants to play as well. Tracy Aluska looking to the inside of James Adams. 3 wide down the backstretch. Tracy Aluska to the inside, and Haluska looking to take away a top 4. And now Gilbertson going around. He'll collect Adams. Dustin Schultz able to steer around. Adams keeps going, but Gilbertson will stop, and the caution flag will come out. Got a little hectic there at the bottom of turn number 3. Tracy Aluska making the move as Adams and Gilbertson running side by side for third position for the bulk of that heat race. Tracy Aluska catches up, wastes no time, bombs the 86 to the inside. Gilbertson going around collecting Adams. Your 5 remaining for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas McGraphics of Sanborn, Iowa. Post-metal recycling night here tonight at the Rapid Speedway, night 1 of the Rapid Nationals. We're going back to green for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Levi Vanderwide with the race lead. Dylan Van atop in second spot. Adams and Gilbertson side by side, picking up where they left off for that third position. Adams dipping down low to the inside of Gilbertson. Dustin Schultz in that 2-star, presently on the outside looking in. Levi Vanderwide, your race leader. Levi Vanderwide in the 8 machine with the race lead. Dylan Van atop. Gavin Gilbertson, James Adams, Dustin Schultz your field. Fourth and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas McGraphics, Sanborn, Iowa. The caution coming out again. Caution flies on the raceway again.
Caution coming out in this hobby stock heat race. Some debris on the back straightaway, spotted back there by one of the track officials. Running under his own 2-star, showing a lot of improvement here in the 2021 season right now, holding on to that final transfer spot.
Levi Vanderwide, your race leader in the number 8 machine. As we come back, green flag, we'll try it again. Green is in the air. Heat race number 4, final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Levi Vanderwide with the race lead. Dylan Van atop. Gavin Gilbertson, Dustin Schultz, and James Adams. James Adams going to crank up the pressure in that 3J machine. 5 cars on the track. Only 4 will make it through. Levi Vanderwide, your race leader, with 2 to go. Vanderwide, Van atop. Gilbertson, Schultz, and Adams. It's going to come down to the final lap, you think, at the back of the pack there. James Adams in the 3J, starting to work on that 2-star of Dustin Schultz. Schultz looking to hold on to that 4th position as Vanderwide continues to lead up front. White flag is in the air. Final lap for the final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks. James Adams looking to the inside in the 3J. Dustin Schultz able to hold him off in the 2-star. Coming down to the backstretch on a drag race. It is still Dustin Schultz in the 2-star. Checkers coming out this time around. 4th and final heat race for the Hobby Stocks. Levi Vanderwide will take home heat race number 4. And Dustin Schultz with position number 4. Levi Vanderwide taking home the 4th and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Dylan Van atop running in that 2nd spot. Gavin Gilbertson and Dustin Schultz, your top 4.